What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Zach. Listen to me, and listen to me really good, because I know a lot need to hear this. If you have a gut feeling about anything, listen to your gut feelings. If you have that gut feeling that it's going to rain, more than likely it's going to rain. So always pay attention to your gut feelings. You know, just like me, I haven't been to the gym in a while. And that's again because of my elbow, my right elbow. As I've explained many, many times recently. But with that said, I get a gut feeling that after this surgery and I heal up, then I'll be as as good as new, and I'll be able to, go back to the gym and go back to everyday things. Because right now, I'm at a setback, and it sucks. Because I'm used to getting out driving. I'm used to getting out, going places, and especially, the gym. But, like I said, this elbow caused a big setback. Well, again, with that said, every setback makes for a greater comeback. But always, no matter what, trust your gut feelings. If you have a gut feeling something don't feel right, more than likely it's not right. Just like all I've told you I've been through, with all the heartbreak I went through. I've always had the gut feeling that something was always going to go messed up. But, again, I also have that gut feeling that even though I'm 37, I'll still get that shot for the first relationship, that first date. Because I know there's great people out there. That I know there's great people out there that no matter what your disability is, for those that have maybe a wheelchair or walk with a walker or crutches, or walk with crutches or walk with a walking cane. There's so many great people out there that don't look at that. They don't judge. Yes, there's so many people that do, but again, there's so many people that don't. And you know what? Keep your focus in front of you and realize the hell that you've been through is behind you. And that's not what you're going through. You're going through what's in front of you. You've been through hell. Now it's time for you to keep a smile on your face. Now it's time for you to smile. Keep a positive attitude. And just by you showing that positive impact can make a positive impact on so many other people. Yes, different situations. Everybody goes through different things. But again, we only know someone's name, not their story. And we all have a 100% different and also 100% true story about us. You know, and it also goes here with YouTube. You know, when I had to change my content, you know, when I was showing you my workouts, and unfortunately, like I said, I had to change that, and I took those down. But I think I left one up. Yeah, I think I left one short up from a workout. But what I'm saying to you is this: if you have a gut feeling, go with that gut feeling. Listen to that gut feeling. You know, and the thing of it is, when I changed my content from showing you those workouts to what we're doing now, you know, with the mental health check-ins or anything that y'all would like to hear, you know, I had a feeling still that things were gonna happen for me and all of us. And in other words, I had a gut feeling that we were still gonna be able to help so many people through so many things, whatever situations they were, you know, that anybody goes through. Just like one situation that I still remember today, and it sticks with me because positive came out of it, and I was able to. And by what I mean by positive came out of it is I was able to save someone's life. I had someone comment, or had an individual comment on one of my YouTube videos back when I very first started, and said, you know, because of you, I can smile now. Because of you, I can live a positive life. Because before I heard your voice, I was in a dark spot. And when that individual commented that to me, I was floored. You know, because I wasn't expecting to hear that comment or see that comment. But you know what? I'm glad. And I'm honored to have been able to see that comment from that person and to see them say in that comment, hey, hearing your voice helps. You know, I'm not in that dark spot like I was, you know, that dark depressive spot like I was. Because of you, I can smile now. Because of you, I'm alive. And you know what? That's why I do what I do. Because again, I love to help people through anything that you go through or also have been through. Because like I say, the past can and does sneak up on us all. And you know what? I'm one of them. The past snuck up on me many times. And that's because I went through so much, you know, in the last 37 years. And it sucks. Probably, I'd say more the last 19 years. And then that's just with, the fact that I went through three, almost 4 times getting bullied, Um, and plus I got called fake once when I asked someone out, and which I called them out on. Plus, I went through about 2 months worth of depression. And like I said, I went through everything, just like what I told you. Yeah, there's a lot that I haven't been through, but you know what? We all go through something. I about slipped, so I apologize for that little hype in my voice. But again, we all go through something. And you know what? Sometimes what somebody goes through, they might be a little bit scared to talk about. And that's okay. That's more than okay. But I want to tell you this, and I hope you take this to heart, because what I'm about to say, I mean 100%. And this is coming from my heart. I want you to realize and know, and always know, that this YouTube channel, my YouTube channel that I'm trying to get into a working paying job, so I can, eventually be able to donate to, hospitals or cancer centers, or, to help raise money to help somebody get a prosthetic. I can't think of the right word. Whether it's a prosthetic arm, prosthetic leg, prosthetic foot, prosthetic hand, whatever the case may be, and help that person, be able to get that, and be able to help them, to where they can have a sense of life, In other words, they have the ability now to walk because they have that prosthetic. Or, they might have the ability to play basketball, or play tennis, or baseball, or even bowling, to go bowling. Whether you're left-handed or right-handed, and that prosthetic hand, that'll help you get that back. And that's my goal here with YouTube. Yes, I want to make this a working paying job. It honestly will help me too, with everyday life. Whether it's putting gas in my truck or whatever the case, or pay bills, if there are any bills, or whatever the case may be. But when I make enough, if and when YouTube decides to help me and pay me, and send me checks or however they do that, it's going to help me. But at the same time, I want to be able to help somebody else. Like I said, help find, treatments for cancer or of any kind. And, help find treatments for cancers, or any disease. And again, You see that I have my bandana on tonight right now. But let me say this. When I don't have my bandana on, you see that I always have my head shaved, right? And that's why I have my head shaved. I shave my head for the number one reason. Because there's so many people out there who have some form of it, of illness that causes you to lose your hair or have to shave your head. Either way, I shave my head so you don't have to feel like you're the only one. In other words, you don't feel alone. Because you're not alone. Your fight is my fight. It's our fight. I may not be able to be there personally. But, again, this is why I do what I do. Even though I can't, even though I'm not there personally, I still hope that just hearing my voice lets you know that no matter what, I'm fighting with you through that cancer or that certain kind of illness that you have. And that's why I do this. That's one reason that I want to make this a working, paying job. Yes, it's going to help me. But I do it because I love to help people. And when I get to where I can make enough money to do this, I want to donate, to cancer centers, to everywhere, the hospitals, to the hospitals to help find treatments for cancers or any certain kind of diseases, or help, with disabilities. As I mentioned, maybe it's an amputee, for example. I want to be able to, make enough money to, be able to help where that person can have, prosthetic arm or prosthetic leg, prosthetic foot, prosthetic hand, and give them that sense of life, that sense of everyday life back, that sense of, I'm mulligan, so that's why I do this. But if y'all would, I appreciate it, each and every one of you, all 674 of you. If y'all would, please hit that subscribe button. If you haven't yet, please hit that subscribe button, because I will also be subscribing right back to your YouTube channel as well. If you comment, I will also respond to your comments. And again, when I respond to your comments, if I see that I haven't subscribed to your channel already, then I will also subscribe. But I will always reply to your comments. So again, with that said, my name is Zach. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all the support. I appreciate more than you know. Keep your head up, keep smiling, and let's get it.